Hi everybody, and welcome back for another Let's Play of The Outer World. Anyway guys, yeah, whoever subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate it. Helps my channel to grow. Alright, here we go.
I used to stick rocks in the river until Constable Reyes tickled me for unmatched training them. She's jealous. She don't know how to stick rocks her own self.
Okay, bear with me. This is technically a side mission that I'm basically doing, so, back. Alright, so that's the thing that I collected. Ow! Alright, that's my companion. So yeah, let's go and get this one first. And then go all the way down. In fact, let's go and do this one first. And then get the last one. Because if I go and pick that up now, it means I won't have to walk all the way. If I pick this one now, that means I won't have to walk all the way back down, this way. Definitely. Even though I have me. In fact, I could have me.
Incoming! Everyone all right?
Yep, I'm fine.
Here they come!
She's a beast. She took out everybody. What's up? It looks like it's a snake. Yeah.
Here they come! Everyone all right? What?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but you never mentioned your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting mechanical computers. The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. We can handle it. Everyone all right? Incoming!
I
This'll be quick. Everyone all right? Anybody, here they come! I. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant. I've never actually been in here.
Interesting jumpsuit you've got. And by interesting, I mean suspiciously reminiscent of contraband.
Hey,
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Just a kid last I saw him. Hey, now just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me? Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork. Here we are. 30 Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. So that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprinting. Here's all the compensations earned, plus a bonus.
what's this?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
How did so many people end up murdered?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Alright, let's go and see Max.
I've always felt you over here. Seems clean.
Hello, Max.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Miss Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along. Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling. This season's tossball predictions. The quickest way out of town.
How did you know I'm on the outside?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack a distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just, there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute, did you just say this town?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do?
To fix the plant.
That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it's by cutting off power to the others. The ones who left.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
What would be up to us?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You made an agreement.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakono handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on the map. Assuming you're serious?
You mean the book? Here you go.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it. You just wanted it for yourself. You're overreacting a bit, don't you think?
Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in... No. You couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
At least you still have your mission here to give your life purpose.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aether Wave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I can make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Ah, sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order, and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Miss Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alright, level 6. And that's enough quest. Well, that's one quest. So, that's technically, he asked me to get a book, which I did. That was apparently French, a French book that he can't understand. And to be honest, I didn't know I had it. I was just like, oh, alright, so I do have. Yeah, if anybody watches how to Dragon, Agro got stuck in the volcano once. So yeah, that's a spoiler. Alright, I'm needing that at the switch. So yeah. Alright, so looks like we're gonna have to go in here again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I came in here in the last episode, but I have to cover there in this episode. Huh? Phantom? What? Huh? Alright, I'm hearing something or somebody in here.
Mine's Steve. You're liable to get scalded.
Thanks.
Scratches!
Security patrol.
He's blast. Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, listen. Sorry, I know you're in a hurry. I know you want your power elevator and all. I just feel like we should go talk to Adelaide. If we're gonna kill her power, the least we could do is give her people a farewell.
You got a good point there.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, you're welcome. But I mean, I appreciate you hearing me out.
Ow! I'm fine. Stuck my elbow on my laptop. Alright, we'll be back soon to turn that off. But for now, we need to go all the way down north. Just to tell her that we're going to turn off the power and find out what she has to say about that.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Who's been wandering out of your camp?
Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go on. Figured she might be out scavenging. That ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Hell's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless got to it, then parts of her could be in a lot of
Could
places.
do without the gallows humor.
Where can I find?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
I got a question about
I'll tell
Zoe.
you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped in her room?
A little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Oh yeah, technically I do have a friend called Zoe. College. And I think, yeah, she's like probably one of my top favorite college teachers. What was I called?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you can't get on with it.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
How well do you know it?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Let's change the subject.
What is it?
I'll leave you be.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcome here. Any questions, dear?
And just who you?
Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though. Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just, you got such pretty trees in here. Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobacco tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made a home for yourself.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
Oh dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out there.
The soil around the vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Send me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off the power that belongs to the town. Come back to that's
And
better.
everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Ask me to direct your power up to him. He mentioned a plan.
He would do such a thing. Question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I have my reasons.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own labs. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out. He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome. Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in face to get me on your side.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile. That was unkind. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Let's say I'll help you. What happens to Edward?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed is just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience. Yeah,
You mentioned something earlier that I can ask you about.
you mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be a clean church?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine that runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by both. The machine Vicker sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Never been much.
I think there's something higher and greater than us, but I don't feel it when I'm on a mission.
Alright, let's go. I need to basically go to my map. Map. Hurry up. Ah, man, I was gonna think. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to choose either music. Okay, I'm gonna basically choose between um one of the city to their city. I mean, if that's true, I would have to basically give them the power. Because if I give the other side the power, I'm basically going to be killing everybody in the other. Right, wait, am I just doing the same thing? Because technically, by turning off the power from that side, they won't have no jobs. So technically, I'm basically doing the same thing with that. Ah, my brain hurts! Okay, this is going to be the hardest decision I've ever made. Because, I gotta think about this quite a lot. I mean, I could technically save and see.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. And you wanted. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
It's not personal, I just need your power.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down there, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
I'm sorry about this.
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Okay, so that was technically a bad choice. Alright. So now I know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't know. I just want to basically show you, like, both ways, so that's why I technically saved it. So that's one way you can do it. And every time. Right, I'm gonna go to the toilet. Oh, while this is loading, and yeah. Alexa, turn light off.
Okay.
Alexa, turn light off. Alexa, turn light off.
Okay.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with?
I told one of the numbers.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. I'd like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were going to watch the series, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me more a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with the cereal. Masked marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was going to surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Hold on, there was
Hey,
something
I
else.
got time.
Yeah, this might take a while because I need to, but I'm gonna basically go and sell some stuff. Ow!
You're that damn good to remember. Always wanted to say that. That's the last of us. Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
What a convenience. Sparrow said that in Skyland's Academy. You're Zoe. Your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
Thank you. I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stan Fan? You two were friends.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me. I've got that to look forward to.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have farted them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Why did you leave the camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
There was something else.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I'll be back. Alright, it's gonna take me a while to get there now because it's encumbered. But when I get over there, I'm gonna basically sell my stuff. Some stuff because, you know, because I'm encumbered. Technically, if I'm playing like looting games like this, I'm always gonna be like overcumbered. Just to warn you guys. So you guys ever see me play in like Elder Scrolls and that, I'm always gonna be like overconfident because um because I just love looking. So yeah. Technically, you could say I'm kind of like a pirate, but game gamely thing. Oh, Zoe's back.
Who's that?
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands. Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies. Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild cadence, on the other hand.
I got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Let's just change this.
What is it?
Oh, I talked to Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a Bonov, and they didn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Keep your wits about you, Fred. I don't know how much longer.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe.
You hungry? You got caned ribs, caned flank, caned snout too. Something I can help you with?
Keep your wits about. I don't know how much longer we'll last without. I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Keep your wits about you, Fred.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so. Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I've seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
Yeah.
Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Engine 5. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
I'll let you know if I find any. You know, you mentioned 2 parts. What about the third?
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time.
I'll let you know if I find any.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
You say you've intended to be an how you been getting away with it?
Well, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Well, not until the power went cut out. Now everyone's giving me sidelong looks, expecting me to work some miracle and get the generator humming again.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What are you doing out in the wild?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the canopy. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here, I'd be happy to. We could really use. This is coming out right now. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. You tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed. You being on. So what happened to you? All this anger had come from somewhere else.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's a bunch of the stories you need to hear.
You being come back to the what?
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
I'm wanting to deal with Reed.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't going just to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You think that will convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
You won't survive without the power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to Reed and make a real case for myself.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
There's nothing else for you. Time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. I'm going to try and talk to Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Alright, so technically I need to do this to make him. Okay. So volume 1 is just down that way. So I need to go. I'm gonna get volume 1, then volume 2, and then volume 3. I'm gonna do it in order. So yeah. This is basically this side quest is for to do the main story. Yeah, so as you can tell, this episode's the main story, technically. And I'm still overcome. But as soon as they go back to the Edgewater, I can basically sell my stuff. Alright. Give me a second here, guys. I'm just going to upload my last video that I just done, and then I'll be with you.
Where are we headed?
1 second. Alright, I'm still here. I'm just bringing uploading the video of Call of Duty Black Ops 1. The next episode be done in 5 minutes. Okay, that's done. On. Done. Next. Nothing. No, it's not. Kids. Next. Next. Public. Are you still going? Yep. Still going. Alright. Alright. I'm back. Sorry for the waiting for me. But, you know. Hold on. What kind of weapon have I got? 92. Hold on. That's like 73. Now, hold on. Put you. Let's put you there. So right. Okay, so let's barricade. Alright, so that's another way out. I'm just looting, collecting stuff. Right, so how do I get up there? Is there like a stairway I can like use as an elevator or what? No, this is not an elevator. I'll take anything that I see. Nice little museum. Okay, what's What's behind it? Nothing. I mean, technically, I'm going to basically save up to make my computer. Because, yeah, there's a series I technically want to do to see what kind of. I mean, yeah, there's like a series I basically want to go and do. Um, uh,
Here they come!
Alright, let's see how much time this is. Oh, seriously. Alright, volume 2. Is in here. Okay, volume 2 is in here, so I gotta go and do that. Alright, so I need to go in here. Like, towards that stairs. Alright,
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their post?
I've delivered a message, but I haven't convinced. Come back.
I expected as much. I've been thinking about it. I could use Adelaide back, but if she's being obstinate, try to talk her followers into returning. We need the extra hands. Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
A change of leadership might what needs. Your town's a mess.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I'm a Spacer's choice man. My father was a Spacer's choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe it. Plague's the reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat. Of course, you get sick.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
I'm pretty sure your food is making sick. You need God.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Find a way to grow food. She'll come back. If you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? And when you say special fertilizer, you mean what exactly? Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
I'm not in the mood to argue. You want to help. Step down.
You're right, I am being obstinate. The best thing I can do for this town is to stand down. And stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
You don't have to do this.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend the crop. She's what this town needs.
This can't be easy.
I've always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
What are your plans now?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the walls.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
Take care. Excuse me, coming through. Alright, that's volume 2 done. Going the wrong way. Alright, now what I just need is volume 3, and then with side quest is done, then I can basically continue onward with the main story. Oh, not this place again! Alright, it looks like we're going back here again. Every time I go back here, it's like, oh, the game wants me to go back here again to do other side quests. I go here for one side quest, well, technically to do one quest, and then when I'm going to pick up a side quest, it tells me to go all the way here to the power plant. Alright, here we go.
Not real. You're not real.
Uh-huh.
You're not real. You're not real.
Oh, there he is.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down. I'm not going to hurt you.
They talk? The Phantoms never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprout raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experienced brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Siski Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialize in auto mechanicals, clones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, do you know a way to stop them?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us with prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I made this spot.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Following behavior of the logic model, someone attempt with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. See, you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I want to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed.
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. Jimmy opened the vending machines.
So you're a...
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved.
That's how could this have happened?
You mean why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
batteries are low and dead, so yeah. And I need to go to the toilet again soon. In fact, I will save it here. And yeah, so 1, 2. What is it? Just 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so yeah. So anyway, the reason I'm basically saving it is because my remote needs charging, so yeah. I meant my remote. So if you guys are new to my channel, go and hit that red button known as the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.